The WarDawg Trail, a Marine Rifleman's Struggle with War and PTSD. By Sgt WarDawg. Narrator D.L. Blair. I'm a former Marine grunt, an infantryman, rifleman, 0311 Marine Sergeant, with 3 tours in Iraq, a decorated war veteran since the age of 19. I'm a door kicker. I'm a war fighter. I'm the one who kicks in your door and comes into your house. I love SWAT teams and protecting people. I'm the one that you might find in your bushes or on a rooftop surveilling you from several hundred yards away. Gratefully, I was able to survive 3 tours on the front lines of a real war. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. At the age of 2, my mother and I moved to Orlando, Florida. I was an only child. I got involved with sports by playing baseball when I was 6. By the time I was 8, I was playing baseball, basketball, and football. My first stepfather was a fireman and a police officer who flew on a helicopter as a medic and a sheriff's deputy. He is a hell of a man and a fine mentor. He taught me the correct ways to do things in life as a man. I will forever be grateful to have had him in my life. By age 10, my parents got divorced, and my second stepfather wasn't as refined as the first. I experienced him in domestic abuse situations with my mother quite often. He was a bass guitarist in a gospel group that played in churches all over Florida. He was always well-dressed and smooth. Probably the coolest cat I ever met in my life. I learned to love him as a dad, but that love turned to rage as I got older, and the domestic abuse of my mother continued. My mother is an intelligent woman. She was an accountant and a nonprofit business owner at one time. Though strict, my mother always made sure I had what I needed and that I could survive on my own because she lost her mother at a very early age and had to live with family members growing up. She never wanted me to be in that position in my life, to need to depend on anyone for anything. I would never be the hard-nosed Marine that I became if it wasn't for my mother's love and discipline. In high school, I was on a scholarly path since I was a freshman. I was in the Advanced Placement AP program, which allowed me to earn college credit while I was still in high school. I was always an athlete first in my mind, and I played on the school's basketball and football teams. I was so good that as a sophomore, I was moved up to varsity after a few JV games. I played running back and cornerback. I was extremely fast with my bow legs and long feet, but I was only 5'8". And that wasn't a promising height for a basketball player or a DB in football, so I had
been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way. Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way. I'm on the way up.